Hey, so the lighting, I don't know if you can see me. It looks dark to me. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and post this quick video because I decided that I was going to start doing something. And I was going to do it today. And my morning was kind of not rough, but it wasn't as smooth as I'd like it to be in order to do this. Um, so I just wanted to share this quick thought with you. Yesterday, a couple of days ago, I posted on Facebook that I think it was yesterday, but the spontaneous, miraculous way that many of us have received vision, um, that vision is going to manifest in our habits, in what we do daily, in our hard work. And how a lot of times we become disillusioned because God will give us some dream or some vision, and we have all of this great passion behind it. Um, but we're frustrated that when it comes to the plan or actually doing it, the work isn't as exciting as the vision. So we get discouraged and we put it down. Um, but I think that if we understood that God gives us the vision to inspire us, but it's going to require hard work, knowing that will help us to manage our expectations. So, what I decided that I was going to do was be consistent and get on every day and do a brief devotional based off of the YouVersion verse of the day. So many of y'all have Bible app. Um, it gives you a verse of the day. They have plans and devotions and all of that. And so I was going to start today just jumping on live and doing a quick kind of encouragement and devotional based upon whatever the verse of the day is. And so I wasn't able to do it this morning. Got to work. It's been busy and it's loud and it's a little uncomfortable even me doing this video right now in this lobby because there's people around, but I had to do it because what I realized is that this is why we don't do stuff. Like, God gives us a vision for something. We have this idea that we want to do something, and we've got all of this energy and passion because we in our mind imagine how it's going to look. And so when it comes time to do the work and you don't have a tripod to hold your phone and the lighting isn't right and it's not completely quiet and you couldn't do it at the place that you wanted to do it, when all of those things start happening that make the work look unlike the vision that you've been given, you stop. You've been given vision, but when it comes time to put the work in and it's not looking like you imagined it was going to look, you stop. And we aren't consistent in working towards it because we're waiting for the process to look like the promise. No, the process is going to look like the promise until you had time to build consistency, to build up to the promise. And God shows us the end from the beginning, but that's not to discourage us to go along the journey of becoming what we saw. So, with that being said, the conditions are not ideal, but we're going to be judged more on our faithfulness than we are on how great things look. So there's a whole lot of us who are not consistent because we're waiting for the conditions to be right, and we're waiting for our process to look like our promise. And maybe God is challenging you, just do it. Who cares that the lighting is bad and you can't see me? Or the fact that I'm trying to keep certain logos out of this shot. But I'm going to do it. And consistency is the key. So If you look at the description of this video, it has the verse for the day today. And actually, I'm going to put it in the comments so I can read it. 2 Thessalonians 3:3, but the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil. If you back up in those verses, you'll see that the context was a situation that didn't seem favorable for Paul. It wasn't the ideal situation. But this verse says, despite how it looks, or despite what's going wrong, or despite it not looking like, my paraphrasing, it not looking like you thought it was going to look, but the Lord is faithful. Even though you don't have what you wish you had, or things didn't turn out the way that you wish it turned out, but God is faithful. Even though the plan fell through, and what you were hoping was going to happen, you now have to face the reality that it's not going to happen. I'm literally dealing with that today. But the Lord is faithful. And his faithfulness is going to do two things. His faithfulness is going to establish you. His faithfulness is going to make sure that you land on solid ground, even though things seem shaky right now. His faithfulness is going to ensure that even when you don't think you're all right, he don't make you all right. And the second thing that his faithfulness is going to do is going to keep you from evil. And so what it is literally saying is, out of a bad and unideal situation, you'll still be blessed. God still is going to establish you. And the evil around you won't have the last say. He'll even keep it from you. So, two takeaways. Be consistent and be faithful, even when the process doesn't look like the promise. And know that even if you are in situations like those, you're being established and you're being kept away from evil is not based upon your effort, but it's based upon God's faithfulness. Don't hold me to a particular time, but every day let's be realistic. Every day, I want to be realistic but ambitious. Till the end of August, at some point, I'm going to come on and talk about the verse for the day. So if you don't have YouVersion, download it. Stay with it. All of us need help. Stand in the Word, me included. One of the reasons why I'm doing this. And be encouraged, because God's faithful, and he'll establish you and keep you from evil. Bye.